In these broadcasts, I go through a line from our innate model manifesto, and every session I'll do one, and we'll flush it out so you can get a better sense of the meaning behind the pivotal concepts that we live by and through. So the innate secrets is dedicated to uncovering and exploring the drivers of the energy of our existence in this physical form. And the manifesto is simply a statement of the core values that drive us. So look at these and listen to these as they might apply in your life, and see what distinctions you can make. The first one then, the topic of today, is that I am innately guided. Now the question on this is, do you guide your life, or does life guide you? This is a place where those who suspect they're innately wise, brilliant and powerful come to learn how to transform their lives, one cognition, one realization, and one blinding flash of the obvious at a time. We are the innovators, the record breakers, the world makers and creators of all kinds. We supersede the suppressive worldview of mass ignorance and awaken the strength within. We are waking up to our innate secrets. My name is Dr. Mark Postles, and welcome to the Innate Secrets podcast. So Maslow was quoted as saying that if our nature is permitted to guide our life, we grow healthy, fruitful and happy. And this is a thing we deal with on a day-to-day basis, is how much do we trust that inner something, that substance of the soul, that thing that is within us that is wanting to express at 100% and will express at 100% as long as there's no interferences. And even if there are interferences, it will distort to still express it 100% in the best way it can. So look at it from this position. In fact, I'll quote from B.J. Palmer, who is the developer of chiropractic, and he said this, that we chiropractors work with the subtle substance of the soul, which is life. We release the imprisoned impulse, that tiny rivulet of force that emanates from the mind and flows over the nerves to the cells and stirs them into life. We deal with the majestic power that transforms living, loving, thinking clay that robes the earth with beauty and hues and scents the flowers with the glory of the air. In the dim, dark, distant long ago, when the sun first bowed to the morning star, this power spoke, and there was life. It quickened the slime of the sea and the dust of the earth and drove the cell to union with its fellows in countless living forms. Through eons of time it finned the fish and winged the bird and fanged the beast. Endlessly it worked, evolving its forms until it produced the crowning glory of them all. With tireless energy it blows the bubble of each individual life and then silently, relentlessly dissolves into itself the form and absorbs the spirit again. And yet you ask, can chiropractic cure appendicitis or the flu? Have you no more faith in a spoonful of medicine than in the power that animates the living world? And so with that, B.J. Palmer in this the piece called The Truth, is sort of put the challenge out to us as, what is greater? Is the educated mind the ruler, or is the innate? Is the innate wisdom, is the innate secrets within that drives us? And when you look at it, it's probably, I don't know if anyone's been able to establish any percentages here, but my estimate on this would be 90% is innate and 10% is educated. In other words, we have this higher mind that comes in and gives us an ability to sense this thing called life, and we come into this physical form, and we develop a brain and some other organs that give us a way to process data, and the former, that universal awareness and that universal energy is by far the master. And the educated brain sort of tries to hang on and give some sense of control. And this is where ego is housed, and this is the part of us that wants to have everything controlled under its own jurisdiction and doesn't like to leave things to the unknown. And so that 10% struggles within us to try and hold on to it, to dominate, to control, to master everything that's going around, and sees that the wisdom and the energy and the healing and the life giving aspects of health all come from the outside. And that is so much in the face of what evidence is around in terms of the life force. I mean, the life force is self-evident in that, when that life force goes, the all the organs can still be there, the blood can still be dripping around the veins, but and arteries, but there's no more life. And that life, that thing that we call that innate wisdom, that intelligence within, is really the big energy giver. And that's the life giver. That's who we are as a unique individual. And so the educated tries the best it can to do what it can do by gathering information, by gathering knowledge, and trying to control this amazing expression called innate. Now, the innate expression knows what to do as long as it doesn't get interfered with. But unfortunately, what happens is that the educated, by virtue of its thinking, and not to mention its the products and the systems and the machinery and the pollution and the chemicals and the alterations of the food structure and so forth, that all affects the innate expression, and that's all because they're interferences. So when it comes to practical levels, then let's look at what it is within your educated that stops your innate from expressing to the highest levels possible. Do you second guess yourself? Do you run yourself down? Do you not appreciate the wisdom of innate? Do you doubt its ability to do its job? When confronted with some challenges relative to your well-being or your health, do you err on the side of controlling and managing it? And there are times when there's limitations of matter, and you will have to do that. But how often do you do it? And what's the first resort? Is it the natural? Is it the style that made the body and giving that a chance to heal the body, or is it the control and management that says the body doesn't know what it's doing, therefore I need to take over, I need to cut parts out or alter the chemical makeup of the body? So the body is not the innate expression. That's a result of the innate expression. And educated, in fact, is a result of innate expression as well. So we have volition, we have choice, and we have the ability to dictate how we set our educated vibrating, and the vibration of that affects the innate. In other words, thoughts of anger are very different to thoughts of love. And if we choose anger, we then will affect vibratorily all the cells in the body. Hormonal system will be affected. All the chemicals of the body get affected to support, as innate will, that vibration. So, which in this context is servant? Is educated the servant, or is educated the master? And if we recognize as innate being the servant, then we'll listen to that, we'll respect it, and we'll allow educated then to still do its amazing cerebral function, but do it in a way that's respectful, do it in a way that's looking at the bigger picture, the interrelationship between people and each other, people and this planet. And the desecration of the planet is a result of an educated interference. It's not the result of innate expressing itself. Innate expressing itself will heal the planet. Innate expressing itself will de-pollute a river if the educated starts putting junk into the river. The environmental challenges will equalize themselves and regrow. You look at a forest fire. I mean, it runs through an area and creates huge amounts of desecration of the flora and fauna, but within a very short period of time, the innate life force will come back into that forest after that fire and regenerate. In fact, there's some many plants in the system that need that fire in order to regenerate. So, we do need to have those innate cycles that feast and famine, the hot and the cold, the ups and the downs. And if we come in educatedly and try and stop that, that's when we have problems. So it's not just as far as our body goes, it's as far as our interaction with our environment, with our interaction with our society, and our interaction in our relationships. So look at your life and see where you or others around you are exerting educated over innate, where the peace and harmony of innate is being disrupted by the educated brain that's trying to control and manage. So remember, life needs no help, it just needs no interference. So trust in innate. Let us show you how to fire your brain in ways that serve you so that you can be confident, connected, and bring joy and passion into what you do every day. Get a free copy of my book, The Innate Model. Go to theinnatemodel.com/free book.